one could do better. Lord, I didn't come here looking for somebody's hand. I came down to this hard ground with a different kind of plan. Mama needed someone steady. Daddy needed someone strong. I came into that household knowing all along that the ones who seem to fail you are the ones who need you most. And the child who holds the family is the one who loves the most. No one could do better than the love I brought to them. No one could do better. In the hard and troubled way, I came to give the giving, not to take the taking back. No one could do better. And love keeps me on track. They couldn't always show it. They couldn't always say the warmth they needed teaching, the love that lost its way before I ever came here, long before I learned to speak. But the one who came to help them is exactly who they seek. What looks like trouble rising from the outside looking in is the classroom of the chosen, where the teaching can begin. No one could do better with the hand that life was dealt. No one could do better with the love that life has felt. I chose this road for reasons that my waking mind can't see. No one could do better. Love brought me here to be. Every hard thing in the morning, every cold thing in the night was the making of the vessel that could carry all this light. No one could do better. I came here for a reason. No one could do better. Through every change in season, the love I brought from somewhere deeper than this body's skin. No one could do better. And love will always win. Everything has its reason. Water don't mix with oil. Lord, you know that's just the truth. Some things don't go together, and that started back in youth. I felt it in the schoolyard, I felt it in the hall. I was made of something different. Couldn't mix with them at all. But the oil and the water, they both serve their holy place. Ain't one of them inferior. Both got God's amazing grace. Everything has its reason. Every nature has its home. Everything has its reason. You were never made to roam into places built for others, into shapes that don't fit right. Everything has its reason, and you were made for your own light. Some folk couldn't understand me. Some folk let me walk alone. But the path I was on walking was the path to my own throne. Not above and not below them, just a different kind of clay. Everything has its reason, and I found my own way. The loneliness I carried from the very early years was the space that kept me holy, was the room for something dear. Everything has its reason, even the apart and strange. Everything has its reason. Everything has its reason, in the beautiful and wide range of the souls that came here different for the purposes of all. Everything has its reason, and the different get the call. Oh, don't you cry about the mixing that was never meant to be. Everything has its reason, and the reason set me free. Everything has its reason. Oil and water both are good. Everything has its reason. Everything has its reason. Living just the way it should, separating both essential, both reflecting heaven's light. Everything has its reason, and everything is right. See him with mercy when I help my neighbor. Something warm comes over me when I give to someone hungry. Something in me gets free. couldn't figure why the giving felt so good, why the loving of the stranger did exactly what it should. And then the light came slowly, like the morning on the hill, that the one I'm helping, honey, is myself I'm helping still. See him with mercy, 'cause the face you see is yours. See him with mercy, open up those heavy doors between the self and the other, between the mine and the theirs. See him with mercy, and the whole world answers prayers. The tree don't ask the question when it gives its fruit and shade. The sun don't go to thinking about the light and warmth it made. They just be what they're being, they just give what they can give. See them with mercy, 'cause together we all live. The joy I feel in giving is the joy that knows the truth, that the one outside my body is the same as me and you. See him with mercy, he is wearing my own face. See him with mercy, in his stumbling and his grace. When you truly know the oneness, all the walls begin to fall. See him with mercy, 'cause the love contains us all. And the most that I could see. See him with mercy, see yourself in his eyes. See him with mercy, see the love behind the cries. Every soul you meet is family, every stranger is your kin. See him with mercy, and let the love begin. The candle in the dark, I've been working in the daylight, I've been working in the field. Every place I ever labored, something in that ground was healed. Not the soil, not the timber, but the people working near. I was sent among the broken, and I always reappear in a different coat and setting, but the same light underneath. The candle keeps on burning wherever life has need. The candle in the dark just gives on a construction crew. He seemed so lost and wondering. I knew just what to do. Not much more than a glance and a word that found its mark. The candle in the dark, even in the working dark. You don't have to know the reason. You don't have to see the change. The candle keeps on burning through everything that's strange. The candle in the dark was placed just where it's needed. Candle in the dark. The call is always heeded. In the building and the harvest, in the field and in the hall, the candle in the dark keeps answering the call. Lord, I never chose the easy. Lord, I never chose the known. But everywhere they sent me, I was never sent alone. The candle in the dark burns steady through the years. The candle in the dark burns through the joys and fears. Every soul that it illumines, every heart that it releases. The candle in the dark, and love forever increases. The butterfly effect. Father left before the morning, gave me time to say goodbye. But the lesson that he left me was the one I live here by. Don't you wait until tomorrow. Don't you hold the feeling back. What you feel right now, this moment, is the truth upon the track. A butterfly in Mexico moves the wind in Tennessee. Every small thing done with love now changes what the world will be. The butterfly effect. One small wing beat changes all. The butterfly effect. One small hand can break the fall of someone far from seeing what the love inside them means. The butterfly effect is bigger than it seems. When the thought comes, arise and do it. When the word comes, speak it clear. If you hold it past the moment, that moment disappears. Like the morning dew on cotton, like the mist above the field. The butterfly effect shows how good things are revealed. we're dealt. The butterfly effect. Act before the moment's gone. The butterfly effect keeps the love forever strong. Don't you sit there and waiting for the perfect time to say. The butterfly effect is happening today. Lord, I think about my father every day the sun goes down. The butterfly effect is why I'm still around, living for the moment, saying what I feel. The butterfly effect is how the love gets real. Oh, the butterfly effect. One move ripples through the years. The butterfly effect. Love echoes in the tears, and in the laughter and the harvest, in the morning and the night. The butterfly effect. One small act of love is right. We were always one. This body is a garment that I'm wearing for a while. This skin and bone and breathing is my temporary style. But underneath the wearing, underneath the flesh and frame, something that has always been was here before I came. And when I shed this garment at the ending of my days, the something that I truly am will still be in the haze of everything that ever lived, of everything that breathed. We were always one, and one is all we need. We were always one, before the bodies and the names. We were always one, before the differences and claims. The cotton and the picker, the river and the stone. We were always one, and none of us alone. They tried to make me smaller with the coat that didn't fit. They dressed me in the wrong size, but I never bought it. I found the garment made for me. I wore it without shame. We were always one, and love was always the name. The soul don't need the tailoring that the fearful world provides. We were always one, and love is where it hides, in plain sight, in the open, in the face of every friend. We were always one, from the beginning to the end. We were always one, wearing different kinds of skin. We were always one, carrying different kinds of sin, and grace and grief and glory in the body that we chose. We were always one, and that's the truth that grows. Lord, is the love that was intended for the soul that you were born. We were always one, and love has never won. You've been trying so hard to be clean and good and pure, carrying rules and obligations through every open door. But the river don't force the flowing, the sun don't force the light. Heaven right here, just living by what's right. The purifying happens not when you chase it down, but when you stop resisting what the love has always found. Heaven right here in the natural and the free. Heaven right here when you let yourself just be. The water doesn't labor to run downhill to the sea. Heaven right here in what flows so naturally. Don't you force the river, don't you push the morning star. The grace that you've been seeking is exactly where you are, in the breath and in the feeling of what's easy and what's right. Heaven right here in this very blessed night, when you wear the coat that fits you, when you walk the road that's yours. Heaven right here behind those natural open doors. Heaven right here in the unforced and the true. Heaven right here in the natural you, not in the strained and effortful, not in the pushed and hard. Yeah. Heaven right here in your own yard. Lord, the purifying isn't what the rules and striving make. It's the gentle letting happen of the giving and the take, of what the soul was meant for, in the way it was designed. Heaven right here when you leave the force behind. Heaven right here in the easy and the clear. Heaven right here, oh, nothing left to fear when you trust the natural flowing, when you wear what fits you right. Heaven right here in the ordinary life. You don't ask the sun its reason when it rises every day. You don't need an explanation for the light along the way. Love is like that morning. Love is like that hill. Love is still the answer. Love is present and it's still. Not the love that needs a feeling, not the love that needs a storm. Just the quiet ever-present of the love that keeps you warm. Love is still the answer after everything is said. Love is still the answer from the living to the dead, from the cotton field at daybreak to the evening and the rest. Love is still the answer. Love was always the very best. When the blanket on the bedside makes no claim upon your heart, but it holds you through the cold night, and it never does depart. That is love in its most natural. Love before the words begin. Love is still the answer. Love is always wearing thin. The walls between the people who were never meant to be. Love is still the answer when it finally sets you free. Not the complicated wanting, not the yearning and the cry, just the sunshine on the water, just the love that doesn't try. Love is still the answer, even when it's very still. Love is still the answer, even when it has no thrill. Just the presence and the being of the love that simply is. Love is still the answer, and the answer always lives. Lord, the day I stopped the searching for what love was meant to be was the day that love was everywhere, and love was setting me free from all the asking, free from all the why. Love is still the answer underneath this same old sky. Oh, love You've been carrying the thinking like a millstone around your neck. Every morning before sunrise, you've been making every check of the problems and the worries, of the questions and the doubt. But the load you keep on lifting is the load you can live without. The preparation's already done, deeper than your thinking mind. Everything you need is ready. You just have to go and find their load to carry. Is not the load for you. Their load to carry has nothing left to do with the life that you were given and the path that calls your name. Their load to carry. Every soul must do the same. You've been trying to solve it for the ones who need to learn, but the lesson that belongs to them is the lesson they must earn. By the caring and the stumbling, by the falling and the rise, their load to carry is how they get their prize. Put the overthinking gently down, like a tool you don't need now. Their load to carry. Love will show you how to walk beside them lightly, to love them and step back. Their load to carry keeps their growing on the track. Their load to carry. Let them have their road. Let them have their road. Their load to carry. Let them bear their own load. You just walk beside them with your light and with your love. Their load to carry is the blessing from above. Lord, I spent so many mornings carrying what wasn't mine. Their load to carry, and I left mine far behind. But love showed me the difference between helping and the whole. Their load to carry, and my story still untold. Their load to carry. Walk beside them free. Walk beside them free. Their load to carry. Let the love just be the thing that holds the space for them while they find their way. Their load to carry. And love is here to stay. Say it anyway. They told me keep it quiet. They told me hold it in. That showing what you're feeling was the place where weakness begins. But the word that comes from somewhere deeper than the bone, say it anyway. You were never meant alone. The thing that keeps you silent is the thing that keeps you small. Say it anyway. Say it anyway. Love will do the rest. Nothing that is honest, nothing that is real. Say it anyway. Will ever fail to heal. This world has got no weapon that can hurt the soul that's clear. Say it anyway, and have yourself no fear. The love you bring to living has no enemy to face. Say it anyway. Say it anyway. And love will hold your place. Not one thing in this creation was made to do you harm. Say it anyway. Trust love's protective arms. Say it anyway. Nothing here can hurt the truth. Say it anyway. Every honest word in you is protected and surrounded by the love that sent you here. Say it anyway. Have yourself no fear. Lord, the day I found the freedom in the speaking without shame. Say